Don't tell me Brusky's got his own cure for venom. What? Welcome everyone, one and all, to my reaction to Season 3, Episode 2 of the originals, You Hung the Moon. So, last time we had the Season 3 opener, and I have to say, I think it was my favourite season opener that we've had so far. Really enjoyed Season 1, obviously a good darker introduction to the originals compared to the Vampire Diaries, and then Season 2 had a great start as well, but Season 3, there was just something about it, something about starting off with this like big flashback of a series of events that I didn't know we needed. Like, we've gone back to the very beginning where we saw them turned into vampires, but to actually see the beginnings of them discovering what it means to be a vampire and the abilities that they have and how to navigate the world with these abilities and immortality while also running from their father, like, such a cool take that I didn't realize I needed to see. So really hope we get some more flashbacks this episode and episodes going forward, depending on how much we get. But yeah, just really love the topics we've discussed so far, the whole idea that the different sire lines are going against each other, and now that we've had the introduction of Aurora at the end of the last episode, very excited to see her come back and how that's going to shake things up as well, you know. But yes, with that said though, very excited to get back into it and see how everything develops. So without further ado, let's go.
Where is she? Where the hell is Hayley?
Jackson, hello. You alright, mate? Fuck no, you're not alright. Jesus. Hayley, I'm sorry, my darling, but a magical, like, force field, you're not just gonna be able to hit your way out of.
Look, I have access to the witch ancestors. I can channel the power of the one who created the spell used to curse you. You can be free.
Ah.
There's a witch in the 9th Ward who hates that I'm regent. She tried to kill me. If I retaliate, I'm starting a civil war, and I don't want to do that.
So she wants Hayley to kill her.
Just tell me who you want dead.
Oh my god. Okay. Yikes. I mean, she will do anything to see her daughter, so I understand that.
Hunters set up traps all over the bayou, mowed us all down with gunfire. Any wolf that wasn't taken out scattered.
That's horrible.
Elijah, how many bodies?
There were a lot.
I got 5 hours until I'm a wolf again. Elijah, she's my wife.
Bless.
Elijah remains bitter, and Klaus remains obstinate. Thus, tequila.
Hell yeah. Listen, I'm not going to judge you, love. How are you doing, Cammy? Because this feels very much like obsessive research. Yep, obsessive research. Okay. It's cool that she's taking this seriously, though.
Listen to the advice of your superiors, then do better. Study the weaknesses of those
Kingmaker
who
land
outrank
development.
you. Authority is meant to be challenged.
Intriguing. So he's got like a public platform. Honestly, guys, Klaus growing his hair out just that little bit longer. I love it.
Has Jackson misplaced his bride? Come to think about it, I did read that global warming has disrupted migration patterns.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Because you left them defenseless against poachers sent by Kingmaker Land Development. That ring a bell?
Ah, okay. So Lucien is the one who's going after the wolves. So if it's Lucien, then he obviously knows that they must be werewolves. But then why? Just because he wants the land and he can? Like, is it that simple? Or is it a whole idea of getting rid of a bunch of wolves? Like actively going against werewolves?
And while you two are catching up, be sure to ask him about the prophetic vision he showed me of our family's spectacular downfall.
Yeah, we've had a bit of a development over here, Elijah.
That one day, your daughter will know exactly the kind of man that her father is. If anything should happen to Hayley, you mark my words, no one will have to take hope from you.
She'll leave you on her own. Like, I understand it was a very hurtful thing, but his inability to move on is causing issues with his relationship with his child's mother that will then have issues overall.
As long as the candle burns, your curse won't be active. Of course, you'll have to work with me.
Thought so.
If I turn into a wolf tonight before seeing my daughter, and I will tear you apart.
When the sun comes up tomorrow and you're still you owe me an apology.
You know what? That's fair.
You have 2 hours. Get it done.
I'm loving, but also very concerned for Hayley at the moment because, like, it's cool to watch, but as a person, I'm like, Hayley, this seems like you've been traumatized heavily.
There have been 2 victims so far, but I've constructed a psychological profile of the killer, and I don't think it's going to end there.
Lucien would never be so sloppy.
That's what I mean. It's intentional.
Although I admit there is a familiar method to this particular madness.
What? Why? Why does he do this?
You're the smartest, and the strongest, and the scariest, so make him stop.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, he doesn't necessarily have to kill Lucien, just like figure out why he's doing this and get him to fucking stop.
Elijah, what a glorious pleasure. It's a boundary spell.
Ah.
Surprised by your concern, Elijah. When your family left her to prowl the woods all these months, I just figured the tramp was persona non grata. Fair game.
Don't you dare call her a tramp in front of Elijah ever again. Yep. Yep. You deserve that. Jackson! Jackson, he's 1,000 years old. Oh! Oh, fuck yeah.
I'll have them inspect the roadkill in the morning.
Jackson, your time is short. You go to the compound, fetch the chains from the carriage room.
I was so concerned because this is a 1,000-year-old vampire, and we know that the older the vampire, the stronger they are. So I was like, fucking hell, Jackson, you're fucked. But he bit him. I suppose that is a testament to how strong hybrids can be. I know he's not necessarily a hybrid, but he has the strength of a hybrid, you know? Can he want you? Oh, no.
Hey, it's just me.
Who are you?
Maybe not.
Oh, the detective. God, Jesus. Why do I feel like
Freya,
Klaus is...
It is
Oh, no.
about time you brought a gentleman home to meet the family. I'm Freya's brother, and you are... No, don't tell me. Let me guess. Brad.
Klaus, don't do anything.
Bro, what the?
Leave now.
Well, that's annoying. Freya just out here trying to get some D.
Not 3 months ago, you utterly despised me. Now you're playing protective brother.
He needs you for something. I think that's why.
I need you to perform a locator spell. Hayley's missing.
You're worried about her.
Yeah.
Hayley has a history of taking what's mine.
I don't think that's what it is. I think it is definitely he's concerned for her.
I've seen you around town before, Klaus Michelson.
Uh-oh.
Mysterious philanthropist / artist with no past on record.
Oh, no.
But after Vincent brought you around, I did further research. For example, your Uncle Kieran's death last year, that autopsy report was just full of plot holes.
So many of the things that we cover up in this show are covered up very loosely because you can only lie so much. We just kind of rely on people not looking into it and just accepting it how it is. So when you actually have someone digging, you gotta be careful, Broski, because you might be next on the chopping block.
Whenever there's a problem in the quarter, there's an O'Connell. Either causing it
Or fixing
or
it.
cleaning it up.
Yeah. Interesting. So this has been a generational thing. I didn't know that.
Are you accusing me of something?
I just think your whole good Catholic family thing is a cover. I just haven't figured out what you're covering yet.
Okay, mate, just reveal all the cards in your deck at once. That was not a good move. I know that he was doing it as an intimidation tactic, but he doesn't know what he's dealing with in that regard. What did he take? Her notes? Oh, fuck, you little dick. I don't think this is going to be that easy, though, Hayley. I'm concerned. Oh, no.
No, please. Please, you need to listen to me.
Is this them
please.
saying no, then? Jesus. Hayley.
I know you don't want to help me, but Hayley can be used against Klaus. She's the only one that he truly fears.
That is a very interesting take. I mean, he does have a lot of fear for her in that she's a enemy that can't be taken out because of Hope. Like, if he takes her out, Hope would never forgive him, and he can't handle that. But then also, equally, he has a level of care for her, thereby there would be fear associated with that as well. And also, she is very powerful in and of her own right. Very interesting take. Oh, they listened. And because Hayley's been affected, Jackson will too.
It stopped.
What the fuck? Oh, okay, job done. Or not. Shit. I mean, it was never going to be as easy as taking one person out and then, oh, look, we're all jolly and good, you know?
So you say that you're in conflict with those of my sire line. Am I to assume that the Lord Tristan du Martel is up to his usual tricks?
Okay, confirmation then. Tristan got turned, but he got turned by Elijah, okay.
If I kill you, then I trade all of the money, the women, the jets, all for an eternity on the run from Nick and Rebecca.
True. Very true.
Or maybe immortality has finally soured you. What's left for the legendary Elijah Michelson without that singular motivation?
But then his new purpose could be protecting Hope because he really cares for her.
We got a problem.
Oh god, wait, what?
Nothing bodies, a lot of pissed off loved ones.
She killed them
It was a
all?
vampire thing, but all my guys were accounted for at the abattoir last night.
How did she kill them all?
Come see me. I'll give you my blood in exchange for your word that these killings will stop.
Barely a scratch, no venom reached the skin.
What?
My city has enjoyed months of relative peace. If that peace is in any way disrupted, the next gruesome murder will be yours.
Oh, yikes. Okay, he is using his intimidation. Okay. Has he got a vial of Klaus's blood already? Is that what's in that case? Like, did he take some years ago and he's like been using it every time he encounters wolves or something? Because why else would he not want Klaus's help?
You can feel the curse in your blood. Something's restraining it, but you could transition at any moment.
True. Hayley.
Where the hell is that bastard?
Okay, Hayley. That wasn't necessary, but... The fuck? Don't tell me Brusky's got his own cure for venom. What? What the fuck?
If you follow my rules, I promise to keep you safe. Nothing like this will ever happen to you.
Does Marcel know?
Not again.
Has Marcel tapped in?
Come to apologize for all your transgressions.
Do you have any
Oh
idea
no,
what
oh
you
no,
have
oh
taken
no.
from me? Ah!
Oh, let's go.
You cursed all of us. Every wolf that I fought for, everyone that stood up for our daughter. You took all of them away from their families.
Nice.
That family you chose over us, and in doing so, you chose over hope.
No, that's not what happened, but that is so interesting that that is how you took it. Because Klaus is constantly the person who cannot deal with people abandoning him. So he saw not only the taking of hope as her taking hope away from him, but also that Hayley had abandoned his family and him in the process. That is fascinating. But no, absolutely did she not abandon Hope in the process. She abandoned a side of Hope's family that she considered to be a very dangerous part of her life, which, let's all be real, is a very dangerous part of her life. Do I think that Hayley did the right thing? Absolutely not. It was a fucking stupid thing to think she could get away from Dahlia in the first place. Dahlia would have found them, would have taken Hope, and it would have all been for nothing. But I understand where Hayley was coming from, and I do think that the Michelsons themselves are inherently people that bring danger. So of course Hope's going to be in more danger around them. You could also argue that she is also the best protected with them around though, because even though they bring danger, just being a Michelson will bring danger in and of itself. So having the people who are the strongest in the world to fight for her, it's like you could argue either way at this point. But I just found that very intriguing that that is how Klaus took all of this.
My parents left me. You're turning their backs on you. Look at us now, Klaus.
Oh, wow. I forgot about her backstory as well. Damn.
All I have ever wanted for her is something better. Fight back.
Oh, Hayley. I don't think he's fighting back because he knows you're right. Hayley, that is not your fault. Please don't, like, get down on yourself. You were allowed to have that emotional outburst.
When did she start walking?
Oh, that is so fucking sad. That is so sad. Bro, stop.
What happened? Is the curse broken?
I'll explain later. We're safe for now.
Okay, she doesn't want to tell them, okay.
What you'll allow doesn't matter, Klaus.
Nice.
Welcome to a 21st century custody battle. Moms win them now.
The apartments across the street have recently been renovated. The fact that Hope will never be out of earshot should assuage your incessant paranoia.
Incessant paranoia. That's fair.
Put the place in Jackson's name. Klaus won't be invited in.
Oh, it's deserved. And I'm sorry, I know you're a control freak and you're someone who, like, is constantly thinking of the worst things possible and you'll think, oh my god, Hope's gonna get murdered every day. But I'm sorry, it's the consequences of your actions. Of course she's gonna hate you after what you've done.
Davina, tell me you didn't do this.
The one who told me I had to use the sign of force.
Oh.
Against the one who went after you, I did not suggest a massacre.
Neither did she.
This is New Orleans. We're always at war and collateral damage happens. I learned that from you.
Davina, you can't consider 11 people as collateral damage. Come on now.
I'm a French Quarter witch. I was born with blood on my hands. And you're not supposed to be in the cemetery, Marcel.
Oh, I feel so bad for Davina. She's been hit hard by the world, and unfortunately, it's taken its toll. Oh my god, she just pushed through the magic.
You know, there was a moment at the bonfire last year when I thought we would be okay. That Hope could be raised by a real family. For the first time, I was happy.
I remember that when they took that picture and had to delete it.
I hate Klaus for taking that away from me.
Wow.
He's belonged to you.
I love that though. Her hatred stems from the fact that he took her hope that they could be a good family.
I thought only of you. Every day I fought for your return and searching for a way. You are not forgotten.
I'm so sorry.
Spare me. She went after you.
We had our differences, but...
Look, I'm gonna find out how this happened.
Oh god.
And I'm gonna expose you.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna erase you.
Okay. Good luck with that one, mate. I don't think that's going to be happening. I think if you try that, Davina's just going to come back tenfold.
What?
I just missed you.
Of course, they haven't been able to have each other in a while as well. Oh, so he's literally right across, like, that close. Okay, that's not too bad.
You finished up the end of that video you were watching. Lucien Castle. Fix the profile, right? What, narcissistic personality disorder?
I should report you.
You definitely should.
Do it.
Yet you haven't.
No, do it, Cammy. I don't fucking care.
You're not a suspect, Cammy. I'm actually looking out for you.
You might be trying to look out for her, Broski, but if you keep it up, you'll be dead.
I don't trust the source, but I trust you.
If you fed on this prophetic witch, her blood is still in your system.
Ah.
Freya! Stop!
She's having the same vision. Oh, shit.
It's true.
Yikes.
You have a terrible shadow over you. Rebecca, too.
Well, that's concerning. Where is Rebecca? Can we get her back, please?
You will all fall. One by friend, one by foe, and one by family.
Oh, shit.
You're distracted. My time with you was limited, Tristan.
Oh, that's Tristan. Okay.
I get better every day. And you always say it won't be long now. Well, it's time. I'm fine. Let me out.
Evidently, you're not fine.
No, why?
What is that? The vein? No. Okay, so she's got a bit of an issue with killing people, I'm assuming.
Tell her I'll be back soon. I'll bring her a gift. A lovely little souvenir from New Orleans.
He's going to New Orleans? Interesting. Oh, that's the end. Damn. Okay, very interesting look into their relationship then, because obviously we knew from the very beginning that they were siblings. That was set up right when we first met them. But interesting to see that their relationship seems to have stayed positive after all of these years, because obviously the original family have been very up and down, but then these two, it seems as though they're Gucci. It seems as though he's just looking out for her and trying to keep her safe. But why is he having to look out for her and keep her safe? Like, she seems to be very destructive from what we've seen. She seems to be very quick to lash out, but why? Like, what, did something happen to her, or has she always been this way? Has she always just been a little bit not quite there, you know? But yeah, though, overall, that was an absolutely fantastic look into what the vibe is for this season, because yes, last episode we did get that, but it was more so an introduction as to where everyone is at, whereas this episode we actually got to look into the minds of everyone. We got to see the trauma that Hayley and Davina have gone through and how that has basically completely fucked them both over mentally. We got to see where Elijah is at with Klaus, and the talk with Lucien about the fact that Elijah's kind of lost his purpose, because like I knew that, but I didn't really think about it in the sense of like, what has Elijah got going for him now? Because obviously he had that love for Hayley, but that can't be like sought after anymore. Then he moved on to Gia, and it seemed like they were building something nice, but then she was killed, so there's nothing there. And then because she was killed, he's now turned on Klaus. So it's like, what does Elijah really have going for him? So really feel for him in that regard, and I hope he does find something to give him purpose again. But yeah, I really enjoyed looking at Freya this episode. Freya was one that I really liked, because we're kind of seeing her grow closer with her siblings. And there was a moment with Klaus where I thought to myself, oh, she's just being used by him. He just wants something from her. But it did seem like there was a genuine connection there, a genuine bond as siblings. So I really want to see that develop. I really want to see Klaus grow closer to Freya and start to trust her a bit more, because that was obviously a very big drawback of last season, his inability to trust her. So that would be really nice to see. But yeah, the bleeding from the ear is concerning. I think that is tying into what I was saying about I think that she's going to struggle with magic going forward, because it's not in the sense of like she's not going to be able to do things. It's more so the sense that she won't know when to stop. Like, she has been dealing with the fact that she has had basically an unlimited amount of power. Not unlimited, but enough that you would never have to worry about how much you're using. So to go from that to now she is a singular witch, and although she's very powerful, she does need to know her limits, and she does need to understand when she needs to stop a spell and what spells she can or can't do alone. So I'm intrigued to see her story this season. But yeah, overall, what a great, like, these two episodes have been such a great look into the season, and a great look into why people love it so much. Because I did hear that season 3 was really good, and these first two episodes have like fucking been out of the park. So I'm ready to see where it goes from here. But yes, with that said though, I believe I've covered all the main points I want to talk about. So let's get into question time. Now, before we do though, I did miss a few questions last time. So let's jump there quick and have a look at them, and then we'll get into the ones for this episode. Oh, actually, scratch that. Never mind. We don't have any questions for this episode, so we're just going to read the ones from last time. Sorry. Right, first up, what are your initial thoughts on Lucien Castle? Well, taking this episode into account as well, he seems like someone who is very much working behind the scenes. It's like he feels like the person that Klaus would have turned first. You know what I mean? Like, he very much mirrors Klaus in the sense of like doing things behind the scenes, tricking people, behaving different towards someone in person than how you are behind the scenes and what you're actually planning. And I mean, the fact alone that he has somehow developed his own cure for a werewolf bite is concerning, because you think to yourself, has he done that because he's expecting to no longer have Klaus around? Or has he done it to simply have leverage and to simply, because he doesn't always have Klaus on hand, it just protects him from any wolf that wants to go after him? Because we did hear in episode 1 that he said he had many, many enemies. So that could just be it. But I don't know. I very much don't trust him one bit. So interesting. But I want to see more of him. I want to see more of his interactions with the other, like, I don't know what to call them, the other, like, original vampires that were turned by the original family. Because Aurora and Tristan seem very close with each other, but it doesn't seem like they're close with him. So I want to see what's happening there, you know? But yes, moving on, next up, what are your thoughts on Klaus and Cammy? Personally, I felt Klaus opening up and Cammy pulling up walls. Funny how that switches. Yeah, it was funny. I did actually reply to this in text because I wanted to reply to this question when they originally posted it. But basically, my original take was that I didn't realize how much their roles had been reversed, but it's very cool to see that, like, when things start getting real, that's when Cammy's starting to draw back, because it was all very surface level when she was originally helping Klaus. It was very much like, yeah, there's a vibe between us two, but it's nothing serious. Whereas now that it's getting serious, she's the one drawing back. But for someone like Klaus, he can't take people drawing back. Like, he's finally allowing himself to open up to her, and then she's drawing back from him. And then obviously the words that she said in the episode about, what were the exact words? It was about him being a disappointment, wasn't it? Like, fucking hell, those are hard-hitting words, especially for Klaus. So I do really like them together. I just feel like Cammy has just dealt with a lot this past year or two. I don't actually know the timeline, but she's dealt with a lot, and I feel like it's finally starting to catch up with her. But I just hope she can allow herself to be open for Klaus. And it also is a great showing of Klaus's growth, that he originally went to Cammy for help rather than just taking his anger out on something, you know? But yes, moving on, our next and final question. What's your favorite first episode of each season, the original so far? I talked about this at the start of the episode. It's definitely this season. Because let me just look up the season 2 opener right now, because I have like a vibe of what it was, but I need like an actual look at the synopsis. Okay, yeah, wasn't it when Elijah took the Guerreras out? If it wasn't when he took them out, it was still a badass scene. I think it was when he took them out though. I'm just gonna run with that. But I remember season 2 episode 1 being very good, but I think it was a lot more tame than this season's episode 1, and it felt a lot more like a continuation of season 1, whereas this season, although it is a continuation of the consequences of season 2, it feels very fresh, and it feels very much like we're getting into a new war. Like, we're dealing with new terrain with the Sire lines, we're dealing with going back into the past of the originals and seeing the very beginning of them discovering their vampires and what they can do. And like, I just feel like it hit a lot better than season 2 episode 1 did, even though that was still really good. But season 1 and 2 definitely felt like it was one story blending into the other until we actually saw Dahlia at the end. But that was such a short amount of time that, you know what I mean? I'm still a bit annoyed that we had such little time with Dahlia. I wish we got more, but I remember saying that I wish she had gone into season 3, but now that I've seen the first episodes of season 3, I kind of don't, because it's already been so good so far that I'm very happy with what they've decided to do with this season, you know? But yes, anyway, with that said though, loved the episode, loving the vibe we're getting, really excited to see how this all develops, and I can't wait for next time. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I've left a link down below to my Patreon, where you'll be able to find the early and cut reactions to the originals and all the other shows that I do. Also left a link to my Twitch, my Discord, and my socials, so be sure to follow them if you are interested. And yes, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.